mile. Going on up to third and fourth graders, I get them doing closer to a mile. And then it goes throughout our school campus. And it's just a fun run. Basically, in PE class, we work on endurance all of second semester, building endurance and preparing for this fun run event. And the goal for every student is just to finish the course. And that will be 100% of our students. We will make sure that all of our students finish the course. And whether that means they jog the whole time, they, jogged, walk, whatever. We set a goal for each student to finish. When they finish, they get to put their name on a ticket, and it goes in to a drawing for some prizes. So that's where the community has come in. So far, I've got about $800 in donations from community businesses to purchase physical education kind of prizes, bicycles, jump ropes, volleyballs, kites, all kinds of outside toys and things that are going to promote the kids to be active and, be busy and be outside over the summer. So all the kids' names, once they finish the course, go into this drawing, and we just give out lots of cool prizes that kids get excited about that are going to, really keep them busy and healthy over the summer.
Love this.
Awesome.
So I heard you say walking, jogging, running. I didn't hear crawling. I didn't hear that. Roller skating. I was just trying to think of ways to do this, But no, I love it, Leah. We're joking. Yeah. Brad and I, 100%. And, yes, it is important. And we do, in moderation, we joke about the cheese fries and all of the great, pineapple upside down cakes and stuff out there, which we do. But also with that, you have to have a good balance and exercise and getting out. And our bodies were made to move. Yeah. And so getting out and moving and getting out there and showing the children, how important it is.
And I think when you can, especially kids, a lot of times, some of that stuff, and even some of us adults, if you make it fun, and we were joking about the fun run and being together, but doing things like, getting a kite, that takes physical, you're getting exercise doing that. So there's a lot of times that, the kiddos are doing something that's fun and physical at the same time, and it gives them habits early on that they enjoy, and the exercise and stuff like that is not a bad thing. It can be a good thing.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah, and like I tell the kids, I'm not a runner. Like, I was an athlete, but I'm not a runner. Never was. And, we don't all have to be runners to participate in things that, are going to make us healthier and promote wellness. And like I tell the kids, not all of us are going to be athletes and play on varsity teams one day, but we all are in charge of our own health. So it is important to understand the difference between athletics and physical education. I mean, there's a lot of things that go hand in hand, but also, like I said, not everyone's going to be on a varsity team one day, but we all do need to, be aware of our bodies and make sure we're taking care of them and staying active.
Right. So, Leah, has things changed? Let's go back, years ago. Brad and I always love you. Always love the PE teacher. It was always fun when you get to go to PE, and I always feel like it's so important because, like, to just get up and shake those willies out, so to speak, move a little bit within your day. So has it changed being a teacher now than years ago, or is that similar?
Well, I think that everyone has this stigma in their head that PE classes playing dodgeball every week, things like that. And we do play dodgeball. Kids love dodgeball. We have ILM going on right now, and I'm letting my third and fourth graders play dodgeball this week because that's a stress reliever. Everybody gets involved, and they love it. But so there's so much more. I mean, yes, my job is to make sure every kid in this building understands that they have to move their bodies to stay healthy and take care of their heart and their lungs and be well. But I think years ago, we didn't deal with obesity as much and things like that as we do today. And I'll tell you, COVID, we didn't have special area classes here last year. because of COVID. So, and we didn't get to do a lot of outside activities at recess because we had to stay socially distanced. So kids lost about a year and a half of physical education instruction, and, you know, there weren't baseball teams and things during the summer of 2020, and even things were still restricted last year. I saw a real decrease in kids' endurance, flexibility, muscular strength during that time, and we've, you know, worked really hard this school year to build that back up. And I've seen kids go from only being able to maybe jog around the gym one time at the beginning of the school year, and now they're doing, you know, 12 or 15 laps without stopping. So we're working really hard in PE class to make sure that everyone loves to exercise and, you know, understands the importance of it.
Absolutely. Well, and Leah, your job is so important because you're actually, like you just said, you're getting them excited and turning them on to physical activity and moving and realizing how well their body feels, how much better you feel when you do. And then, you know, you get them excited about this, and then it carries on. This will be something they'll have for the rest of their life, learning how to take care of themselves, learning the skills of, you know, making sure that you do so much activities during the day, or, you know, or make it into play too, make it fun.
Right, and also tying in, you know, we all get stressed out, even children get stressed, and understanding that exercise and things like yoga and stress relievers like that can help you take care of the mental side of things also.
Definitely, yeah.
There's a lot to be said, even, you know, as an adult, that you have a stressful time, you have a stressful day, and put on some headphones and just go for a walk, and it you know, you're mentally and physically doing something for yourself, and you don't realize that at the end of that, it's just like, okay, that helps a lot. And just getting in those, just doing something's better than doing nothing in those circumstances.
Right, exactly.
I thought Bradley was going to say do some creative dancing.
No.
You know, I mean, I thought maybe.
I don't know if it's creative or not, but it's in my standards. So we do dance too, and a lot of kids, that's kind of out of their comfort zone.
Yeah.
But I just try to emphasize nobody's judging you. Just dance like nobody's watching.
Exactly.
And
sing a song like nobody's listening, and dance like nobody's
watching. Absolutely,
exactly.
I'm in.
Can I just shout out real fast the people or the community sponsors that have given to us to help buy these prizes? Can I mention them?
Absolutely.
Okay, so we have received, I've kind of lost track, but it's getting close to $1,000. Nick's Miller Designs and Cabinetry, they gave $250. Telemedia donated 2 brand new bicycles that will be given as grand prizes after the fun run. MJ Auto here in Pekin, LJG Appraisal Services, Hillcrest Pallet, Cameron Stahl with Stahl Communications, Billy Martin Store, and TNS Auction Service have all donated, and it is so appreciated.
That's awesome. Yeah, definitely. Hats off to them. Yeah, big shout out to them, and seeing, you know, and helping our youth. You know, anytime anyone puts plants seeds and wonderful for our youth, that's just so much better for our community and
investing in the future.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I don't think people realize, so many people take for granted, your kid probably has playground balls laying around. So many of our kids will do something in PE class, like for instance, we'll play volleyball. And I will show them, you know, if you've got a wall, a garage wall, or a barn at home, you can practice setting or bumping off the wall. You know, you can get a volleyball at Walmart for $8 or $10, and so many kiddos will say, I've asked my mom for one, but we don't have money for one right now. You know, little things like that. So my goal is to put these balls and frisbees and kites in the hands of our kids so that they, you know, have equal access.
Yeah, that is awesome.
To play. So if anyone is listening and they would like to donate, they can contact me, and I'll get them on this list, because the names of our sponsors are going to go on the back of our Fun Run t-shirts, and we've sold t-shirts, and at this point we've sold almost 250 t-shirts as well that the kiddos and staff members will wear on the day of the Fun Run.
Right, I love that. Love that. Well, that is awesome, Leah. I'm so excited about this. I think you've got it going on. So what's the date of the Fun Run?
It is Monday, May 16th, and it's all day long because each grade level has their own time to go out and do their course. And then when they finish the course, then they're going to get to stay on the football field and, do some fun activities. We're going to have healthy snacks and water for all the kiddos. You're invited, Becky. You can come out and broadcast from the EHS football field that day.
I'd love that. That would be so much fun. I would love that. Yeah. I was thinking that if I do a lap or two, I'm going to have to either do it before I go on the air or after. I don't think I should do it on the air. There might be too much breathing.
I would say after you're on the air.
Yeah, I think so. But I would love to know. I think it's wonderful. I'm all about that. I'm all about I'm a huge believer in children. They work hard at school. Their minds, their thoughts and everything. And I'm all about, that. But getting out and moving and getting that where their body physically has that opportunity. And also, when we get in, because we're just a few more weeks and we'll be entering into summer and getting out and moving. I'm a huge believer in that. I know Brad is too. And Brad's always outside doing something. And I am too, but that's the way, we were, our parents, encourage.
Yeah, get outside.
outside.
Right. And kids used to ride bikes, several miles down the road to friends' houses or into town. And it was no big deal at all to just let your kid get on a bike and go. Things are different. Today we have to take so many more precautions. So kids just aren't naturally as active as they were in the,
The best
70s,
answer
80s, 90s.
The best answer for that is putting a push mower in their hand. They'll get the exercise and
it is
job well done.
I do love that, yeah. But I think, like you're saying, and teaching them too of different ways. Like you're saying, that if they say, I don't have anyone to play with, take the ball and hit it on something, or do something. There's different ways to be creative, but you are moving. And I think once you start at an early age with that, getting used to being moving and getting used to being outside and doing things or whatever, whatever your abilities are, I think that will last you for the rest of your life. I think you're planting wonderful seeds, Leah.
Well, thank you. And that just prompted something else. So I got a Maturing grant through the Washington County Community Foundation this year. And I think I titled my grant Backyard Games. And with this grant, I was able to purchase things like cornhole and just things that you would find at a family picnic. The games and things like a 4-square volleyball kind of net. What is it? Spike ball. Got 4 sets of spike ball.
Yeah. Okay.
Things like that. And I've got that set to do about first or second week of May to teach the kids how to play these games. And, so that when they are at their family gatherings this summer, the whole family can get involved and they can share their knowledge of how to keep score in these games and play these games with their family members.
Yeah. And, it's funny because, Brad always has a big thing, a big event that I go to, and we always play volleyball, and I feel like I'm a rock star,
Yeah.
And yeah.
It's
It's so. I always look forward.
We're Olympic athletes that day.
Are.
It's awesome.
In my head.
Yes.
In my head, I seen this happening.
Yes.
I mean, not saying that that's what everybody else sees, but no, I love that, and I'm all for that, and turning everyone on to exercise is something forever, and we should always do that. Move and get moving and do the best we can do. But Leah, you and I, do you remember years ago we went to it was a meeting, and it was kind of like all day, didn't we? And remember, it kind of went through the community, and it showed different great things about a community, and kind of rated our community. And one thing that we went on, remember we went on a walk and kind of showed the different ways that the roads and the streets in our community were accessible for people to walk on. And do you remember that?
I had forgotten about that, but I do remember that now.
And it was just showing, getting out, getting your community, and it was valuable. And communities actually got higher ratings when they had it accessible, where we could walk more, where we could do, and remember we got higher ratings on that when we had streets and roads that you could walk on, had the nice sidewalks and everything. And I always think of that because I think that's so important, when you see that. And just even like Walmart, when you go in and you walk, from the grocery side, I'm always at the grocery side, but also I have to go over to the lawn and garden. But I mean, you're getting some good exercise, getting some walking, and that. And a lot of times, that can help too. Just those kind of things that a lot of times you don't even think about.
Oh, definitely.
And they say when you're going to any store, park the furthest away. Don't park close, so you can get
right. And that's easy to do when it's nice and sunny and warm.
Yeah.
But the weather around here lately hasn't been very nice to us. So I think when it's raining and freezing cold, we're all looking for the closest parking spot.
Yeah. But we have, one thing I'm very proud of is we have a lot of folks that come to our store every day just to walk.
I know.
Gives them a safe environment, and they walk.
That's
around
awesome.
They walk around inside the store, and we love that. We absolutely encourage that. Anybody who wants to come and walk through our facility for exercise, and absolutely come do it.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
And when you're shopping, you're not realizing what all you're walking. You don't realize how many steps you're getting in. I mean, it is true, and you're multitasking there.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You're doing
You're
some
not
great
focused
things.
on it.
Yeah, exactly. But I think just getting out and getting moving, and we are going to, Leah, I bring good news because I'm super excited. It's going to get warmer and warmer this week. It looks like for tomorrow we'll be up to 52, and tomorrow will be 68. Sorry, and then Friday 79, Saturday 80. So let's do the dance of joy, definitely.
Yes.
So
awesome.
Yeah, so this is definitely great opportunities to get out and get moving and I hope for someone listening, no matter what age you are, I know you are the younger, the elementary, but no matter what age you are, I hope, Leah, listening to you and encouraging any age to start. And it doesn't matter if you've not done it before, start today.
Right. It's never too late.
Yeah. Well, and how's the kiddos after spring break? Is it do you see a little more energy?
Excuse me. I can't say that they're getting a little antsy, but kids love PE. And when they come in here, I pretty much see that excitement all year round. That's their time, the 45 minutes. Unfortunately, they only get 45 minutes a week. In a perfect world, we would give kids PE every single day, but that's just not feasible with 5 grade levels and one gym and one PE teacher. But they come in with such excitement every week, and I think I chalk that up to kids just love to move, and that's my job to make it fun and reach everyone, even the kids that, like I said, really aren't athletic or don't plan to participate on a sports team, but it's still my job to make sure that they love PE and what physical education means.
I love that. Dodgeball was one of my favorites, but the one that I was the worst at, okay, if we're going to do confession, was the chin bar. That holding that for that many seconds, the bar or the chin. And I remember just shaking. I wanted so bad to hold it for a long time. Do you still do that, Leah?
No, we don't. I'm not sure if they do that in the middle school or not, but we do not. I think that was part of some sort of national kind of program, standardized program, but we don't do that. I do a program with my 3rd and 4th graders, PE Centrals, physical challenges. There's 6 of them, and I had about 75 kids, 3rd and 4th graders, get all 6 challenges.
Ooh, what were the challenges?
Great. Let me think in my head. Partner sit up, throw and catch. So 2 people would do sit ups at the same time, throw a ball back and forth. You had to get 25 of those within a minute. 20 froggers in a minute. The partner throw and catch challenge. So they would throw a ball back and forth, switching places, so running in between each throw and catch without any drops. 25 of those in a minute. Partner jumping jack challenge. 70 matching jumping jacks with a partner mirroring each other. So 70 jumping jacks in 60 seconds. So that was a pretty intense pace there.
Yeah.
That's averaging more than 1 jumping jack per second. Let me think. On the spot here. That was first semester, Becky. I've slept since then.
I know. No, I didn't mean to put you on the spot. I was just thinking these are great things. These are great memories, and you forget how fun. Those were like great memories for sure. If you do the challenge again, please invite Brad and I, and we're going to do this. Okay.
Okay, I thought of the other one. Partner plank tap. So you and a partner are both in a plank position. About feet apart, and you have to tap a ball back and forth 30 times. There was no time limit on that one, but you had to get 30 taps back and forth. So when you're tapping the ball, essentially you're holding yourself up in a plank with one hand while tapping a ball. So that one was quite difficult.
Ooh, that's horrible. Leah, that sounds, I was going to say, I'm out. Okay, I was going, if you would have told that before, I wouldn't have volunteered us. But, I'm going to have to say, we might be busy on that day. You know what I mean? No, I think I love every bit of that. And the degree of difficulty, it's amazing what you can do that you don't realize you can do,
Exactly.
I love that. And also, these are things that are fun to do at home, and jumping jacks, moving, and teaching them how to properly do those. And great activities for sure. I always loved gym class, and I always loved the different challenges and everything. But it's amazing, and I'm happy that gym class is a big part of all of our school systems, how important it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I think this is going to be good. Well, Leah, we invite everyone to encourage, and anybody wants to donate or anything, please get with Leah. And East Washington, you guys are a wonderful school. We hear so many great things about all the great things you've got going on. And Leah, you're just another pearl in their I guess their oysters there. You're fantastic that East Washington has got you as a teacher.
Thank you, Becky. We do have a great school, and we're very proud of what we're doing over here.
Definitely. Well, you should be, definitely. Well, listen, thank you so much for calling in. Keep up the great work, and we want to encourage. It's called a fun run.
The Musketeer Fun Run.
Musketeer Fun Run.
Nice.
And I think that would be something definitely to get over there to on the 16th of May. And it starts in that morning.
Well, each grade level has their own time, and unfortunately, because we have to require background checks for our parents that go on field trips, we actually have brought back field trips, which is wonderful news. We can't open it up this year to people to come watch because we just don't have the time or resources to run background checks everybody in this short period, because we just got the okay to start going on field trips again a few weeks ago. But hopefully next year, 2023, we can go back to having the parents come in and watch their kiddos do this fun run and be part of the fun. But you're invited, Becky.
Well, I appreciate that. And and I love that. And I think that's really well, and we love, the way they're taking care of our children like that. We love that 100%. So we back everything that they say on that. And I love when schools are like this, because our children come first, and their fun is what it's about, and this is their activity. But I do say, Leah, that it's such a blessing to see what we do have instead of what we don't have. Maybe some of the parents can't come, but what a blessing that this event is able to go on and we're able to have it, So that's a huge step for mankind, and we know we just keep wanting to go in that direction for sure. Well, it sounds like it's going to be a fun time. We'll get the weather a little bit warmer and get everybody out. And if it actually, you don't want it too warm if they're out running, a little cooler.
We've had extremes. We've had it where it's so hot, it's, really almost dangerously hot by the middle or end of the day. Yeah. Then we had a year, I believe it was our last year that we had it, 2019. It was cold. It was like 60 degrees, overcast, and miserable, miserably cold. But we do have a rain date later that week in case we do get rained out or the weather's just, extreme in one way or another. I think our rain date is like the 19th maybe. Okay. Or the 20th, I'm not sure. But hopefully it's not going to rain. It's going to be perfect that day.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'm going to start training.
Hey, sounds good. And Brad's going to bring the cheese fries.
There you go. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yes. Waiting at the finish line.
You got to celebrate.
That'll get me to the finish line.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's called a reward system.
Yeah, it's amazing how fast I can make it whenever there's a reward like that.
There you go.
My goals in life. Leah Starrett, you are fantastic. I'm a huge fan of yours. Keep up the motivated. Keep those kids going and all the great things. That's just one more school systems are made up of a body, and you're just one more huge part of the body, and keeping this is a huge part of molding and making our perfect little children that we want, and our good, or not perfect because nobody's perfect, but our wonderful children, and making them just turn on and exciting about taking care of themselves, and ways to do that.
Well, the kids keep me going. They're so sweet and so kind, and their love and passion when they come in here, and the sweet things they say, that definitely keeps me wanting to keep doing my job better and better for the kids.
Right. And do you get to wear sweats every day?
I do.
Okay, I'm totally jealous. Okay.
Last year, like I said, we didn't have special classes, so the special area teachers had to go teach grade levels last year. So I was in third grade last year, and I love third graders. But the downfall was that I had to go buy new clothing because I had to dress like a regular teacher. So that was the worst part of it.
So back to sweats it is, right now?
Is, yes.
Totally. I'm very productive when I'm in sweats. I always feel.
I agree with that.
Yeah. I'm all for that comfort. You know what I mean? Yeah. But could be a little jealous about your outfits there, Leah. For sure. But anyway, keep up the great work. East Washington School Corporation, thank you for checking in with us, and tell everyone hi. And we're getting closer to the end. Before too long, we'll be into the summer, which is crazy to think about. But and our good weather's coming, Leah, for sure.
Great.
All right. Have a great day, hon.
Okay. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. Leah Starrett there, East Washington School Corporation. And Bradley, did you remember the chin up? Remember how we used to have to do that chin bars?
Yes.
And
that
was always a...
Yeah. I love the obstacle course.
Yeah.
But I didn't like the chin bar. I agree with you on that.
I can remember sitting, we'd all be sitting in a group, and they would say, someone volunteer, and I remember thinking, not going to be the first.
Maybe we'll run out of time.
Yeah, really. Exactly. Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah. Maybe they won't
That's the thing you want to get picked last.
Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. Yeah.
The chin bar, for sure.
Yeah. Or, if everybody, after you do it, move on to something else.
Yes.
So then, when you do it, there's not very many people watching.
Yeah.
That was hard to hold, It was, I don't remember. Yeah.
I agree with you on that. And we had so much other things in PE that we enjoyed to do.
Oh my gosh. And I was going to ask her. I meant to ask her, and I forgot to ask. Do you remember whenever we would also do we do dances, like square dances? Was that PE or was that music?
I think that was music.
Okay. But it was done in the gym a lot of times.
Yes.
What was the pole that we went around?
Maypole dance. Yeah. So you had to weave in and out.
Weave in and out and dodge.
Terrible.
And you catch eye contact with that person, and you're just
like, hello. My favorite thing in junior high, though, was steal the bacon. That was always so fun.
Wait, go back over with me. Help me out on that. Remind me of that. Okay,
hang on. Bucket.
Yes.
And everybody, odds and evens were on different sides.
Yes.
Call out numbers, and you had to get it.
Yes,
and you scored if you got across the line before they tagged you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
That was
Remember, also they would give us these things to put on, so we'd be different colors, like skins and shirts or whatever. Skins. And we couldn't do skins on.
I know.
But remember those, and they were always sweaty, and you know what I mean, because I remember that.
Not
smell.
time for their annual washing.
At the end of the year, they get washed. We're not going to wash them till the end of the year. That's all right.
Yeah.
But I just remember that smell. Yeah, definitely. Okay.
COVID couldn't have attacked that.
Yeah, no.
That would have killed COVID.
That was back. Yeah, that was back in the day. Yeah, way before COVID. Definitely. Yeah. And I do remember still the bacon now. Yeah. Dodgeball. Love dodgeball. Kickball. Love kickball.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And there's leagues in bigger cities that are kickball leagues.
I think I could participate in that.
We would have a blast. We should do that sometime.
We need to go. Yeah. I wonder if it's in our heads that we think we can do that, or if we really do.
I think we really can.
Because it seemed like I was good at that.
Yes, I think you were.
So
you were.
Is that our story?
No. I mean,
you were real good at stealing the bacon. Then.
Yes,
that's right.
Because I was shorter and smaller, and so I could get away from them quicker.
Oh yeah.
I wasn't always this svelte. I was actually.
No, stop. No, do you remember?
No, but I mean, I actually was pretty fast.
Yeah. Some of the dodgeballs, remember, they would hurt. I mean, sometimes that would
Oh yeah. And that was the fun of it,
I know. No.
Because you could go to the next class and be like, well, they got me on the arm. At least they didn't get me in the face.
Yeah. The face. Yeah. That's the money. The money.
I was
The
gonna,
moneymaker. Don't hit the moneymaker.
I was gonna joke and say the reason I was fast is getting away from Jeannie because I was a problem child. I developed speed.
She was probably throwing
Speed
things.
and agility. I can duck. That prepared me for dodgeball.
But I bet Jeannie could chase you down. I bet.
I knew better than I knew. That's a joke. I knew better than to run.
Jeannie's
because it was worse.
Jeannie is in shape. I mean, she
worse.
is just.
It was worse.
I bet Jeannie could.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, she's spry and she will.
Till this day,
she'll surprise you.
Yes, I was going to say
she's quick. She can grab a hold of you quick. Before you're even thinking about it, she's got. In a good way.
On the Incredibles, that mom with that hand. How quick.
Yeah.
In the back of the head.
But in her defense, every time I needed it. So,
honey, you needed it twice as much. I'm sure.
The patience.
I know.
Really, she.
Yeah. So did my mom.
It's tough being the
Charlotte.
favorite.
Yeah, I know.
It's tough being the favorite.
Name it and claim it. Brian's gonna be texting me. That's what I say too. It's funny when you talk to him or you talk to me. Yeah. Everybody's got different ways of looking at it.
Mine is correct.
There you go. That's the story. Yeah. You're gonna stick with it. Well, Bradley, a lot going on for sure, and definitely we had Easter. Isn't that crazy to think Easter's already over?
I know.
It's just insane to think that. I don't know. And I noticed that you have a lot of Easter candy ready to go still for anybody that's still.
Yeah, we had, and somebody was saying, oh, well, you guys didn't sell through very much. What they did is actually we got about 30% more than we did last year because there's going to be more celebrations and things have loosened up a little bit. And so we had it, but hey, they still had Reese's eggs half off. I mean,
I saw that. Yeah, I know. No, that was gold. Here's the thing too. Is it Easter again was later. So therefore that gave the candy company and them to make more.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because remember I probably did 3 trips. At least we had to go renew more candy.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean? Because it's what happened?
Oh yeah. Oh, I know the feeling.
Did this just happen?
I know the feeling. The text of, hey, pick up some Reese's eggs on your way home. Wait, what?
What? Say what? Yeah, definitely.
How'd you know we even had it? That was for your Easter basket, young man.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
You need that snack after school.
Well, and those are, but here's the thing that you're at. You're not going to get those. I mean, those are going to go.
Yes.
You know what I mean? In when those are gone, they're gone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now they will have other ones throughout the different holidays, but the eggs are the original.
Oh.
The peanut butter
That was the
eggs.
original deviation from the standard Reese's cup.
Yeah.
The Reese's eggs.
And they were brilliant.
Seasonal shape.
Yeah.
And boy, did
Can
they
you
hit a
imagine-
home run with that.
So let's go back, because this is what my mind always does. It always goes back to a big boardroom and everybody sitting around a table, and some brilliant, fantastic, wonderful, awesome man or woman said, "Hey, let's take those Reese cups and let's make them in the shape of an egg, and we're going to take the ratio of chocolate to peanut butter and make it perfect, right?"
Absolutely.
And everybody cheered.
Like you talk about someone who needs to, that's a miracle worker.
I know.
No, and I don't. And
No, we
I know. I'm not making fun. That's I'm serious.
No.
Like, whoever that is, if he or she was not like second in line in the company after
if they're
that,
not CEO,
then there's something wrong.
They need to be a pot.
Yeah, because that changing that ratio.
Totally. They dropped the mic. It's a drop the mic. Yeah, totally.
Well, except for then they did this, and we'll put it in Easter wrapping. Mic drop.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Totally.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and baskets all around. Everyone will have a basket with this. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. I mean, it's like
it's a tradition. It's been. We need to try to find that person. That's a goal. Let's try to find that person because, and then I'm sure. Okay, around that table, like whenever you're around, there's maybe those that are a little skeptical. Wonder how to go over. But then you have those that are on board, and so he or she.
I'm willing to guess it was a woman.
I love that.
Just thinking about how Easter baskets and more focused on kids and how exciting something different. I'm guessing. I'm just for some reason though that seems like a woman.
Well, we need to see that person.
And I don't mean that.
I love that. I love that.
I think that could be.
Be.
A little something extra.
We need to.
Because let's face it, the dads are normally like, Just throw some candy in it. You know,
They don't even know.
I don't even.
I really don't
Are you
even
going to
know.
give me a map where to hide the egg?
Yeah.
You know,
I really don't even know if they know there's even Easter baskets in the house until that morning.
probably. Well, how'd this get from the store?
Yeah.
Well,
It's
someone
like
had to
Christmas
get
morning.
it.
It's all new to them too. You
It's
know
a
what I mean?
miracle.
Yeah.
The Easter Bunny does exist. You know, like the M&M's.
I really, yeah. Oh,
They do exist.
They-
You know,
oh
he does
my gosh,
exist.
I love
Easter
that.
Bunny does exist. You know, wait, what?
Totally. Yeah. It's. You couldn't have said that any better.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
No,
I agree. 100%. 100%. Well, I'm gonna have to do some research to find out whoever came up with that idea, because somebody was really on their game.
Yes.
And-
And they need. They're our best friend.
Yeah, they are.
They don't know it.
Yeah,
but they are.
Well, just like we also need to do a research and find out who actually made the first peanut M&M. Because somebody was thinking, let's do a little different. We got M&M,
Yes.
so let's put a peanut in there and then
Yes.
kick it up a notch. That right there, somebody again, probably a big. I always think of these big tables, and everybody's sitting around, and somebody comes up with this idea.
That is. I watched the documentary on the Mars Company. That M&Ms are the M&M is for Mars and Mars, and it
Well,
like the Mars bar.
Okay.
The Mars
Okay,
bar.
Yeah.
So they didn't talk about how the peanut M&M came about, but M&Ms is for Mars and Mars, and people think it was a father-son that were actually competitors. So the Mars Candy Company started out. They were just a small candy company, but they had a 30-year contract with Hershey to use Hershey's chocolate because they couldn't source the chocolate. So they made the internal parts of the candy, but they had a 30-year contract with Hershey to get the chocolate. So they used Hershey chocolate, even though it's a different company. And then they finally developed their own formula of the chocolate. But the father did not, him and the son had a disagreement. The son went to work for Hershey because that's where they're getting their chocolate. And then he started his own candy company, and M&Ms, those were from his company when he inherited his dad's that he hadn't worked for, and he developed and merged his own candy company, and that's why it became M&Ms. M&M's Mars.
No way.
Yes. Yeah.
That's cool.
I watched a documentary.
Yeah,
on
see,
that.
I would watch that. I would love to watch that too. Yeah.
And looking back, Hershey didn't think they would ever be a competitor because they were smaller. So it was a business decision for them to use their chocolate, and that made them money.
Well, definitely.
So they
Absolutely.
didn't think that this small candy company would grow. But when it did finally start growing, they had the contract. They couldn't get out of it. They took it to court. Couldn't get out of it. But they tried to buy Mars, the candy company, not M&M.
Yeah,
Mars,
right.
Mars.
I'm with you. Gotcha.
And they would not sell to them. So there you go.
So oh my gosh, I love this. So at the end of the documentary, I'm going to watch this.
Yeah.
This is like really fascinating.
It was great.
Yeah.
It was great.
So are they then at the end? Then this is where we're at today.
This is where we're at today.
That's pretty cool.
Mars, yeah, M&M's is owned by that has stayed into the family primarily.
How proud the dad must have been. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, of the son, doing.
Yeah. They got into arguments. He went to work for another company, so he talked his son into leaving that company, but he developed his own stuff that he sold to his dad's company, which I think is interesting.
Yeah, very good.
And then his dad was proud of that.
Yeah.
So that's why he left his company. His son improving himself that his company would be in good hands.
I love that.
But actually the grandfather started.
That's so cool. Yeah, but that's cool. Yeah, that's cool.
How genius is it to stay with your dream that you didn't let the big company buy you out?
Exactly.
But how smart to use their stuff, but stick with it and grow, and then fight off. And they were trying to do a hostile takeover. So
love that.
And I don't hostile not in a. It's just the nature of business.
Yeah, definitely.
Businesses grow. So.
I think that's way cool. But you think about that. That was good to outsource that chocolate from Hershey's because that would be good chocolate.
Right.
So that was very smart, and then you could work on your other stuff while they're doing that.
And they eventually came up with their formulation that's very similar to Hershey chocolate, taste-wise.
Absolutely.
Pretty cool.
That is. I really appreciate you sharing that. Who knew you knew all that information? Yeah.
And they actually, the Mars bars was one of the first
I've not even had a Mars bars forever. I mean,
I know, they're good though.
No, I know.
But it was one of the
really
first
good.
that actually standardized that got consistency with candy bars.
I'm getting messages. People loving this. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No.
Yeah.
That's
pretty cool.
So cool.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. And Mars, are there any other candy bars at Mars?
Well, they do M&Ms.
M&Ms.
They do Mars bars. I think Zero is Mars.
That's okay. That's exactly
Zero.
Okay. That's funny. I was going to say Zero. That's what I thought Mars was.
Reverse engineering.
Exactly. Yeah.
So anyway, but
I did think
is Three Musketeers or Milky Way?
Milky
Way. Milky Way is Mars.
Yeah. That's what
Milky
I was thinking. I was thinking. Yeah.
Milky Way is Mars.
I went on you just said the Zero. I went on that kick.
I love those.
Oh, those are so good. Those are so good. And it's funny because not very many people like it, though, or some people don't. Yeah. And so that would be a given. I could have those. Yeah.
So, interesting.
Yeah.
I would check out the story of that. How that works.
That's really cool.
Really cool.
Yeah. Well, and it's fun, like especially when things that like we're feeding our family, we're giving our family, or things that we're doing ourselves, or you see that, but then to know the background of it all is even. I mean.
And it's interesting how just our food in general has evolved. Like the looks and, the taste is practically the same. But if you look at the looks and how like new candy bars are glossier and shinier, they were not as glossy and shiny because they didn't have like as much wax or the other things that, made them look better. But it's interesting that a candy bar company was, one of the ones that they were the first ones to think, I want it to look almost identical, because before, back 40s, 50s, you think about the candy bars looked very similar, but the process wasn't perfect or it didn't produce an identical product. And so I think it's interesting that one of the smaller candy companies, Hershey's was easy to do because they were all molds, right? You poured the chocolate in molds, they were metal molds, so everything came out the same. But when you talk about a Snickers bar or candy bars like that, they were close, but they weren't as identical. But then Mars developed a way to make them look consistent. So anyway, sorry. It's enough geek information.
No, I love every bit of that. No, my mouth is dropped over here. I'm like.
It's and that is a byproduct.
Ooh, man, make fire. Tell more. I need more campfire stories.
And that's a product of COVID-19. I got to watch a lot of documentaries.
So wouldn't the Tiger King? So you instead of watching Tiger King, you?
Yes, I took a hard pass on Tiger King, but that's okay.
It'll change your life.
Different show.
It'll change your life.
Yeah, I was more interested.
Yeah, I think you went the right route. I think you took the better path.
I took the higher ground.
You did much higher. Much higher.
I don't know nothing about murders and burying bodies. So
Anyway,
so I just thought it was so sorry we went down that rabbit hole.
No, I know. No, I think it's very interesting. It's awesome, and of course, candy's right now very important. Very at the forefront.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, and I always want to know like how things. I always wonder how that because there's people. I mean, somebody has created this. Somebody has had the idea.
Well, and it was I stumbled across it, and I'm thinking, is that something? And then I'm like, I want to know how that happened.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. We want to know more. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Speaking of that, so now we're going on from Easter to spring.
And Mother's
Day. Yes.
We got spring clothes for men and women and kids.
Clothing's wonderful.
Going crazy, and a lot of great brands, new brands, and shoes. Yeah.
Your shoes are really good. Yeah.
And so we're back to that thing that randomly come in. We every day it seems like we'd have a different manager's clearance special.
I love those.
Cool.
Yeah,
take advantage of that. But we're now just starting to see the influx of all of the plants and the lawn and garden stuff, and the best selection of like outdoor pillows and furniture and rugs and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things that if you made yourself an oasis during the pandemic, then you can update it a little bit and change the rug and get outside and use it.
Oh,
it's not to look at.
Absolutely.
I tell people all the time.
That's right. Use that.
That stuff out there is to be used.
Absolutely.
So,
use it.
Use it.
Buy it,
enjoy
use
it,
and sit and enjoy it.
Enjoy your family. And,
Well, it's important to, for mental too, just to get out and just to chill for a little while. And there's nothing like sitting outside and just getting a little bit of fresh air and just, having your thoughts. But I was so funny. I was leaving Walmart. There was a gentleman in front of me, and he just bought a grill, and I just saw the smile. I mean, he was so happy, had to be bringing home in the back of his truck a grill.
Yes.
And it was just cute. And I thought, you know, he's going to do great things with that. You know, I mean, he's going to be.
Man, fire food.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
You know.
So speaking of grills, and I'm glad you mentioned that, we have got where our old OGP used to be, we have a ton of grills already put together. So if you're out in lawn and garden, and we have them out there, obviously, but if there's something that you've seen or that you don't see out there and you ask about, we have got so many grills already put together. You don't have, it's no extra charge. They're already done, ready to go. So ask an associate, because some of the griddle, the flat ones, we have smokers, we have pellet grills, regular charcoal, we have charcoal gas mix, we have gas grills. So ask, because we have all kinds, and we'll let already put together. All you got to do, pay for it, put it in the back of the truck, and go. And we'll actually load it in the back of the vehicle for you if you want us to. Absolutely. But the thing is, I mean, this time of year, you'll go to places and you'll only see a handful, and they run out of space over there.
Yeah.
But we've got all kinds already put together. Well, all you got to do is, and we'll even walk down there and say, "How about this?"
Yeah, that's well done. That's fantastic. That is, again, whoever sat at that table and made that decision. If that was Mike King, you are the king.
It was Mike King, absolutely.
I knew that because that just
he was talking about himself, like he was needing a new grill.
Yeah,
and so him and his son-in-law needed one. So I apologize if you didn't want me to tell the story, but it came from him and his son-in-law, and they were gonna get grills, and they went to his son-in-law had been to another branded store. And the frustration he had was they were all in boxes. Yeah. It was kicking off lawn and garden season. They were all in boxes, right? Mm-hmm. So he talked to his father-in-law and said, you know, hey, do you guys have any already put together? Which we did have some. But he said, you know, the thing to me is that I just want to go get my grill, put it in the back of my truck, and go home. Yeah. And Mike said, you know, I'm going to need a new grill. And I'm the same way. Yeah. So his son-in-law just reminded him that there's so many customers that's what they want to do. Oh, like, or you have last-minute family coming in that you didn't know about. Hey, they're coming in. They hadn't been able to visit you. Oh, you know what? Let's grill out. I'm going to run. I don't have a grill. Let's run get a grill. Yeah. So I think that that was very well played, and Mike takes those real-world things and just says, you know what? We need to do that. And so it doesn't cost extra. We have them put together. We'll load them for you, and then you come in and pick out what you want and be on your way.
I'm so glad you shared that, because the gentleman did have his grill. Was put together. So I just assumed he bought a display. So no, he actually.
No, we have them in boxes. Yeah. If you're going to be traveling somewhere, you want to.
No, he had it in the back of his truck, a real grill.
No, we have. Them
I
put
love that, and that's something I don't want to do. I mean, I'm not trying to rude. I'm
with you on that. I mean, and there's a lot of people that I want to put my grill in my vehicle and
go. Yeah, that'd be
and saving you time and everything. It's more time with your family.
Absolutely, love that. Well, one more great thing you guys are doing. No, I mean I love that.
It's
talk about above and beyond customer
amazing.
service. Yeah, that's
amazing.
I love that.
I love that, and you know it's funny because Mike would be like, well, "Give me credit for that," but it was based on what happened to him, and he's like, "Well, I'm the same way." Yeah. You know,
love that. Bradley, time is getting by. It goes by so fast. I have so much more to talk about. We're gonna have to get out of here, though. We're gonna have to leave it for next week. That'll be our next.
Okay. Bookmark there.
And then you and I have got. Don't forget, on the 26th we have a political forum.
Yes.
And then we have political. We actually have election coverage coming up.
Yes. So. And I do want to remind folks, come out to the forum, because it's not a debate. It is a chance for the candidates to introduce themselves, and there's some standard questions, and it really it's important to I think it's a great service that WSLM offers to the voters to let them see this is the candidates, and the more you know, and it's not going to be in depth, obviously. You're not going to know 20 years of whatever with them, but the more you know, the better off, and you can see if that's the person you want representing me. It's important.
In their own words, too.
In their own words, yeah. So, yeah.
All right, let's thank our sponsors.
All right, we've got Walmart, Meadowview Healthcare, Salem Crossing, Hoosier Upland, Celebrity Home Loans, Dr. Blackside Associates, Dr. Mindy Gunn, Fox Flea Wealth Management.
Yay! Thank you. All right. Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday.